Well, welcome back to the Optimal Man channel with your host, truly, the most handsome, sexiest man in the world, Abdiel, okay? So, fellas, today we're going to be talking about if a woman is truly interested in you, she will not play hard to get. She will not make it difficult for you. She will not make you go through hoops and all this other stuff. When a woman makes you go through hoops and all this other shit, guess what? She's not really that interested in you. And you should not waste your time with that woman. Because guess what? For another man, for the right man, for me, guess what? She's going to be making it super easy, right? And now I'm not saying that just because I'm the most handsome, sexiest man in the world that, every woman's going to be like that. It's the same thing with me, right? Even with me. There is women who, these women, they play hard to get. Cool. I don't entertain them. I don't waste no time. Okay? I'm not trying to be in the friend zone. I'm not sitting over here trying to convince her. And if she says she can't make herself available, but what about this day? Oh no, I don't know about that day. But what about this day? Oh no, I don't know about no. Hell no. If a woman doesn't make herself available, no worries, right? There's billions of them out here. Billions. Do you understand the magnitude in that statement? There is billions of them out here. Just as bad. Can suck dick just as good. All that shit, right? And understand this. If you had $1 billion in your bank account right now and you lost $1, would you care? No. But the problem is a lot of guys are way too attached to that $1. It's like, bro, you have $1 billion in your bank account. Why are you worried about one? Why are you worried about one? Do you understand how crazy that is? The other day, I was overhearing these guys have a conversation, and they were like in their 20s, right? And this one guy was talking about, and he was like, oh, this girl, it hurts my ego because she left me undelivered. And the other guy was like, why do you care, bro? And he's like, oh, because, it kind of hurts my ego to know that, this pretty girl left me undelivered. And I had to chime in, right? I was listening and I was like, I have to chime in on this. I was like, bro, you got the classic simp mindset. And he was like, yeah, I guess. And I was like, bro, there's billions of them out here. Why are you worried about one? And he's like, yeah, that's true, right? But here's the thing. This guy, I don't know if his friend knew it. I don't think he did. He didn't understand, but this guy was gay, okay? And nothing against, the LGBTQ PS5, but I could hear it in his voice, and everything he was saying was basically telling me that he's actually gay, right? He's just, covering it up and acting like he likes women because his friend was talking about, oh, there's this girl. Oh, he was asking him, like, oh, do you want a girlfriend? And he's like, yeah, I really do want a girlfriend, right? Like, what? I'm not saying there's something wrong with having a girlfriend, but here's the thing. You should never go into it with the mindset like, I want a girlfriend. No. You go into it with the mindset of, let me get to know this woman. Because when you go into it with the mindset of, I want a girlfriend, you're going to make the wrong woman your girlfriend. You're going to make a woman who is a bop your girlfriend because you're overlooking all the bad qualities. You're not even getting to know her. You're immediately putting her on a pedestal like this woman deserves to be my girlfriend and she's done absolutely nothing to earn it. No, you go into it with the mindset of, I want to get to know her, right? Like, I've had relationships where it took 8 months for me to decide, yeah, let's go ahead and do this, right? Because I don't just let a woman be my girlfriend, right? A lot of guys have the game fucked up. A lot of guys go into it, hoping that she says yes to them. But in reality, the man is the guy who has the power to say yes or no to a relationship. And so I got to get to know you, right? That title is not just given out to any woman, right? The dingling, now the dingling, it might be given out to, there's more leniency, okay? There's more leniency on the dingling, all right? Now, I'm not saying that it's full leniency, right? Because the other day I had some chick that was a bit more on the BBW side. I'm not saying she was ugly or anything, but she was more on the BBW side. And she was like, oh, you're handsome. We should go get a drink or whatever. And, it's just, I don't have too much. Like, don't think that I have 100% leniency now. No, right? Like, she's still got to look good. She's still got to meet my requirements. But the requirements are a little bit less than being my girlfriend, right? If you want some dingling, then we can make some arrangements, We can make some arrangements. And, it doesn't have to take too long, if you know what I mean. It doesn't have to take 8 months. It doesn't have to take months. But for a woman to be my girlfriend, I have to get to know her. And a lot of guys, it goes back to the scarcity mindset of, oh, but what if I lose her? What if she goes away? No, if she goes away after a week or a month of you guys talking, just because you didn't make her your girlfriend right away, then that woman is a bop either way. She's a bop because guess what? She's willing to go take another dick right away just because you don't want to, make her your girlfriend. No, a woman who's truly interested in you, she's going to stay. She's going to wait. And how do you, here, I got you guys, right? Because you might be asking yourself, but how do I, make her wait for that long? It's simple. You let her know. Listen, every time, because when a woman's truly interested in you and you're giving her that great dingling, guess what? She's going to keep telling you. She's going to keep bringing it up. When are we going to be in a relationship? Where are we going with this? I love you, but this, but that, right? Hold on, baby girl. Relax. Just relax, okay? You let her know. Listen, I just want to get to know you. I want to get to know you better. I want to make sure that, you just let her know that you want to get to know her because not just any woman can be your girlfriend, right? And then, in turn, when she becomes your girlfriend, if she ever gets to the point where she can become your girlfriend, she will value it so much more because she knows that she had to earn it. It wasn't just something that was given to her. Anything that's just given in this world is not valued at all, right? But back to the point of the guy, right? The guy, he was talking about, oh, you want to make her your girlfriend? And he was like, have you ever had a friend with benefits, right? The regular guy, the guy who I could tell was straight. The other guy, he was gay, okay? And he was like, oh, have you ever had a friend with benefits? And he's like, no, I haven't. And he's like, oh, I used to have this one girl who would come and just top me off. And he was like, that's so weird. And I was like, weird? What? Yeah, this guy is part of the LGBTQ PS5 community. It is what it is. And then he was talking about, if you ever see this video, listen, buddy, you got the simp mindset, okay? I told you when I heard you, I said you have the simp mindset and this shit has to be fixed, okay? But listen, this man was over here worried about his ex. He was worried about his ex asking, can I see pictures of, like, the other guy apparently knew the new boyfriend or whatever, and he's like, can I see pictures of him? I've been thinking about, how he looks like for a while. I was like, and he was like, oh yeah, I just want to know if he's big. Is he big? And I was like, what in the Bati boy is going on here? And he was like, I just want to know if he's bigger than me because that would hurt my ego if he's bigger than me. And it's like, bro, why the fuck do you even care about that shit, right? But this is the problem. A lot of guys, they live in scarcity, and so they will go through all these hoops to try to get a woman. But when a woman is truly interested in you, guess what? She'll make herself easily available. She will actually carry on with the conversation, right? It doesn't feel like it's just an interview and you're just trying and pulling teeth to try to make some shit happen. No, it's simple. Hey, listen, we should go out this day. Cool, right? You don't have to even spend millions and billions of dollars. As a matter of fact, I'm currently setting up an arrangement, a link up with this one chick to go work out, right? And working out is free. As a matter of fact, we can lift the weights and we can get some cardio in, if you know what I mean. But that shit is free, right? When a woman is truly interested in you, she will make herself available so fucking easy. She will show interest in you. She will, don't think that just because a woman is pretty and she's not giving you that, right? Because I'm sure a lot of you guys have experienced this. The fat bitches, right? The fat bitches are usually a lot more vocal and straightforward with their approach, right? They're usually the ones that are going to be like, you're so handsome, you're so this, you're so that, oh my goodness, right? Because they're chop shit. And so They go after what they want because, they know it's not going to be the other way around unless it's some desperate guy at 3 a.m. after a night at the club after shooting 100 shots and nothing went in, and he's like, fuck it. You know what? I'm fucking 3 beers deep. I'm 5 shots deep, and fuck it. Something that's wet and warm, whatever, right? Anything with a pussy and a pulse. Let's do it. I'll sneak her in through the back door. That personally could never be me, right? But understand this, that if you've experienced that from some chop shit or from an ugly chick, the pretty ones do it too, but only if they're interested in you. And now I'm not saying, right, because the prettier girls, the more, good looking girls and all this other shit, those chicks, they're not, extremely straightforward because they know that they're pretty, right? And they get a lot of guys, right? So they know that they don't want to boost your ego up too much. But that doesn't mean that if you shoot your shot or if you try to talk to her, she's going to make it super difficult for you. No, she's going to make it easy, right? Not easy in the fact like she's going to spread her legs open right then and there. And she might, who knows, right? But she's going to make herself available. If you're talking, then guess what? She's going to reciprocate that energy, reciprocate conversation, as opposed to some chick where you're messaging her and when you try to make a conversation, it's almost like she's just answering questions and she's not trying to add to it, right? I'll leave a chick right there. If a chick is playing hard to get, being dry, all that other shit, no worries, right? I'm not going to chase after you. Because all that's doing is boosting up her ego. All that's doing is making her think, yeah, that's right, buddy. Get in line. Nah, baby girl, you get in line. There's plenty of them out here, and I'm not going to play games with some fucking chick who is playing hard to get and thinks that, I have to kiss her ass and all this other shit, right? I'm not here to waste my time. I'm not here to waste your time, okay? That's why I don't do the friend zone. I don't do none of that. I go straight to the point. I shoot my shot, and if she says no, no worry, on to the next, right? I'm not going to sit here and try to, I've been watching this guy's approach that, followed me on Instagram, and man, that shit is terrible. It's terrible because, the woman is very uncomfortable because of his approach. His approach is very bad, and so she's very uncomfortable, and he just continues, oh, I have a boyfriend, and I'm sure 90% of them probably don't have a boyfriend, but they're just so uncomfortable. And when a woman's uncomfortable, she's going to say anything to get you out of her face. All she's thinking is, what can I say to get this guy out of my face and leave this interaction alive? I don't want to leave in the back of a car with a chloroform rag on my face, tied up, waking up in fucking, I don't know, in a different fucking country, right? So understand this. You don't waste your time. You simply just shoot your shot with this one woman. You don't have fear of rejection, because there's billions of them out here, okay? Stop making excuses. Stop saying, oh, but this, but that. No excuses. No excuses. No fear of rejection. None of that shit. Simply just go after what you want. And if she plays hard to get, no worries. On to the next, right? I don't have an ounce. Not even, what is less than an ounce? Whatever that is. I don't have an ounce of fear of losing a woman, right? Especially if I'm approaching her and she says no. I can't lose something I never had, right? But in all senses, even if it's a woman that leaves me in a relationship, it is what it is, right? I continue with my life. Why? Because there's billions of them out here. And if a chick doesn't want to be in my life, cool, no worries, right? I don't got no handcuffs on you. I don't have you tied up in the basement, right? Some women are kinky, but let's not get off on a tangent here. But I don't have fear of losing a woman, and neither should you. So get out of this mindset that you have to jump through hoops for a woman. No, if a woman does that, you're wasting your time because you're thinking that playing the long route is going to somehow get you some pussy. No, if she's making you do the long route, she might, after she's ran through and she's like, fuck it, I just need a guy to take care of me and give me attention because all these guys over here, they're not giving me attention. They're just giving me dick and that's it. And then they call me whenever they want me as a booty call. So fuck it, I'll be with this little simp over here, right? Do you really want to be that guy? Because I know I damn sure could never be that guy, okay? So fellas, to end this video off, if you need help, shoot me a DM on Instagram at Optimal Man Coaching. if you want to do like a live, right? Because I want to do a live with one of my subscribers or any of my subscribers. Let me know. Shoot me a DM, and I will give you a free coaching session, right? A free coaching session so that other guys can, benefit from whatever it is that you're going through. Because don't think that you're the only one going through whatever it is that you're going through. If you're going through something with a woman in a relationship, if you approached a woman and you want to know how did you fuck up, if a woman rejected you and you want to know why, if your woman left you and you did some things and it's your first time getting your heart broken or whatever, you want to know what you can do to improve, why she left you, just shoot me a DM. We can, talk about it in the DMs. Or like I said, if you're interested in, going on live and doing this for the people to see and also gain value from it, just shoot me a DM. I read all my DMs, okay? Unless you're some weirdo. So don't be on no weird, creepy shit. But yeah, fellas, don't try to keep pushing for a woman who is not interested in you. Because the ones who are interested in you, they won't play hard to get. I'll catch you guys later.